All right, we all good? There we go, yo. All right, yo. Without
Get it.
further ado, man, I'm fucking excited for this, yo. I'm so hyped for this. I'm ready for this, man. So, as I'm doing, as always, yo, quick introduction. This is the Sound of the Soul podcast interview series where I am interviewing Philadelphia independent artists. We're talking about, their career, the rise in Philadelphia, but also talking about some of the financial struggles we may be going through, man. Yo, y'all gotta pay independent artists more. I'm saying that first off, straight up. But hey, it's all about making a change. This is the first step, yo. So that's what the goal is here. So today we got Quise Freeman, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
Quise
yo.
Free TG.
Here we go. I thank you for coming on board for this, man. So just an explanation of the interview, man. This is very open ended.
Mm-hmm.
So any questions you have, you can ask them. But like really, what's matters here the most is your answers, right? So like, be free to say as much as you want or as little as you want, depending on the question, right?
Yeah.
And so we're gonna take it from there, yo. So obviously you are on board for this because you're here with us today.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure.
And for sure, and we're going to get this started. So just a quick introduction for the people that's gonna be watching, yo. So just give like a quick introduction to who you are, type of music you make, and how long you've been doing this for, man.
Well, first of all, Quise Free TG. TG's Team Ghostly. That's my brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I started with first, before music, before anything. I created a brand by the name of Team Ghostly, LLC, and the motto was basically make your presence felt.
Nice.
It's everybody has something to offer. That's the whole mindset behind it. We all bring something to the table, regardless of who sees it, who pays attention to it. Somebody's gonna feel it. You know what I mean? Sometimes
sure.
we feel like ghosts to the world. We lack value for what it is that we could put out here.
Yeah.
And my thing was just create something that made people feel more confident, more worthy out here. You know what I mean? So I started with that, just promoting positive messages each and every day through Instagram, through YouTube. I started a podcast by the name of Breaking Bread.
Nice.
I would go around the schools and speak to different schools. There was a lot of different things I was doing to spread messages before the music.
Yeah.
So I've had Team Ghostly for like 4 going on 5 years now.
Wow. Good shit.
And I started doing music in 2020.
Yeah.
So I just started doing music like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So the music was just like another extension of the messages that I was spreading through my brand with the clothing and the social media content, stuff like that. Because I know us as a culture, we gravitate to music. Music is a universal language. And I figure if I wanted to really tap into, our culture and get to our people, I felt like one of the best ways to do that would be hip-hop.
That is amazing, man. Yo, and one thing I can vouch for that. I've seen on the Instagram and social media, the positivity is strong, yo, for sure.
Appreciate it.
And so using your music as a beacon for that, that's a great method to get into it, man. So thank you for the introduction, yo. So let's get into this first question, man.
Yeah.
So speaking of the music, yo, so what can you tell me what type of success you've seen so far?
It depends on who you are and what you look at as success.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, like I said, I've only been doing music for 2 years, and I've been able to generate, not just a fan base or a following, but I've been able to make a name for myself to where as though people know what to expect when I walk in the building, or if you hear me on a song, which is what I like to call conscious street music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's real, it's relatable, it's powerful, and it's motivating, it's uplifting. Like that's what I aim to do with the music. So for me, the success has really been just getting to the people. You know what I mean? So far as I'm actually reaching people, people are gravitating to it. People are, they're not being shy or scared to give me my flowers now while I'm here. I've been able to sell numerous items, whether it's merchandise, hoodies, shirts, stuff like that. The album I just released, the one I sold for $75 a copy.
Nice.
And had 25 copies of those, and we sold out.
Wow.
So I mean, like that's success to me.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So it depends on who you are and what you're looking at, as success for yourself at the moment.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that, man. Yo, be able to sell the albums out just like that, yo. That's what's up.
Yeah. Physical copies too, man. Took it back to
the old days.
What I grew up on, and direct to consumer, getting right to the
Yeah.
people. You know what I mean? Something I learned from Nipsey Hussle. You know,
Yo,
just
shout out,
yeah,
shout
for
out, Mr.
sure.
Rest in peace, man.
Big
Yeah,
instrument into what I'm doing now.
yeah,
So yeah, man, just trying to get to the people.
of
Trying to get
course.
to the people.
Yeah, I am 100% with that, man. So like, during your time with your music, yo, how much time do you say you dedicate to the music career yourself?
Every 24/7, and
Yeah,
I say that because it's more than just going in the studio and recording a song or
of
just
course.
writing a song. You know what I mean? It's so many ins and outs to the
Mm-hmm.
music business as an artist. You know what I mean? Registering your songs, copywriting your songs,
Yeah,
or videos, business, marketing, promotion.
yeah,
It's shows. It's so much that
100%.
goes
Yeah,
into being an artist that is really, you really don't have that much downtime. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Especially, with social media now, you constantly want to provide content, whether
mm-hmm.
it's, music content, or whether you just want people to see the behind the scenes you, to,
Yeah,
have them fall in love more with you, and you know what I mean,
of
stuff like
course,
that.
yo.
So I feel like it's always, it's nonstop, man. It's
Yeah.
nonstop dedication.
And yo, like in one of the other interviews, you said, you are your brand, yo. So you
Absolutely.
gotta push that
Absolutely.
constantly. You're never
Absolutely.
stopping, man.
And the thing,
Yeah.
the thing that I think, is what's so good for me is the things that I rap about and I promote, I live by. I'm the same
Yep.
person on the track, off the
Mhm.
track, off the track, on the track.
Yeah.
So I don't have to try to like cover something up.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? I could
Yeah.
always, you could have the camera on me, and it's still gonna be me. You know
Genuine.
what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think a lot of people find a hard time, giving that image as the
Yeah.
artist, but then trying to live who they really are, and
Exactly.
that's a conflict right there.
Yeah. Because you gotta stay true to your brand. That's what I'm gonna say to a lot of artists, yo. Straight, stay true to your brand, because you
Yeah.
don't want to be walking around with your head down, but in the music, you all like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Now, you already talked about this a little bit. So, have you seen profit from the music you've created?
Um, so with that being said, like as far as profit,
Mhm.
it's hard to say because
Mhm.
a lot goes into making a song. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whether it's the studio session you paying for,
Yeah.
the gas that you using to get to the
All
studio, the beat
Yeah.
you gotta pay for, uploading your songs
Yeah,
onto major
100%.
platforms
Yeah.
is another thing that costs. Paying certain, the way the game is, certain situations you may pay to perform at a situation and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's another thing you paying for. And then some artists don't have this, but with lucky that I started with, it was merch.
Yeah.
So that was another way to try to make profit. But again, that's something else that you put money into. So I've cashed out numerous times on my TuneCore account, which is one of the platforms that I used first before I switched to United Masters. But TuneCore, I've cashed out, like pretty substantial amount. Nothing crazy, but when you look at where you start and then what you're doing and your audience so far,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, it's pretty encouraging. So I've been able to do things as far as streams, but I think my best like financial gains come from selling my merch
Okay.
and from when I sold my physical CDs. I
Yeah.
sell my music on my website.
So
I still give people the opportunity to directly support
that's
me.
that's a
You know
that's
what
a
I mean?
great method to do it, because it goes straight to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
course.
So I've been doing that, something I've been working on, and I'm just trying to build off of that and take
Yeah.
that to the next level.
All right. So just so people know, touching back on two things that you said. So first off, let's say TuneCore. So is that a distribution platform?
Yeah, that's
United Masters.
yep.
So
So TuneCore was like probably one of the first ones out.
Okay.
Like a la DistroKid,
Yeah.
United Masters, things like that. So TuneCore was one of the ones that I had found before I knew of any of the other ones.
Yeah.
And I had recently switched over to United Masters, which is another one. It depends on which you. It's like an iPhone or an Android. You know what I mean? It's like
of
with
course.
whatever system that works best for you,
Yeah.
whichever you can read better, whichever you can navigate through better, is which one that I would suggest somebody use. But TuneCore is still it's a very good platform to use. I think
Okay.
it was easy for me to see my sales on
Okay.
That was very easy for me to read my sales and to, cash out at times and stuff like that.
All right, word. And there was another thing you tapped in on, which was sounds crazy to me. So, paying to perform at places, that's something you have to do.
Yeah, some situations, man, and it's something that I've got to a point where I can't do it as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. It really depends on the situation. A lot of, when you first start, you are quick to pay to perform, but you got to start building your net worth up more and more to where as though you got to get people to want to start paying you. So, but it is part of the game that a lot of people don't know about. They look up and they wonder, oh, how is this person opening for that person? Yeah, well, he paid for it,
That's
believe
crazy,
it or not.
Yo.
So that goes on a lot, and that's something that I'm really like, I'm stubborn.
Yeah.
I want to do it the generic way, a genuine way, organic way. So I mean, I'm all for investing in myself and my company and what I'm doing in my art, but it's certain levels to it. It's like restrictions for me at this point, because I feel like I've worked hard enough, and I'm getting better at my craft enough. I basically performing. You know what I mean? To where as though now I don't think I should have to pay too many situations to have to walk into.
It's very true. Know your worth, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's exactly what that's all it's about, yo. Knowing your worth, you know your brand. And because if you know your worth, then you can ask your price, and it's, well, people will pay it. As long as you perform, you seem to be doing that.
Absolutely. And when they don't pay it, that don't mean stop asking. Because I have been turned down. And, I take it and I keep it moving, and I, in a professional sense, because you gotta learn your way through the game and negotiating your, like you said, your worth and your value, because this music game is shiesty, to say the least. Bro. It's shiesty.
For sure. So now you already like the other question, you already touched on this one, but so from the music, the profits you made, do you think it's enough to sustain full time? Are you at that level yet?
If I went, I don't feel like I'm going as hard as I could, but that's not all in my control. But I feel like once I can crack down and really focus on certain things that I can, you know what I mean? Because again, it's not just the music, it's the merch. It's selling different things. It's getting people to go to that website, teamghostly.com, to purchase things in support of the brand or the music. You know what I mean? Whether it's accessories, headphones, flip-flops, anything. Just giving people an opportunity to sell, because the music will sell the merch. The content sells everything else.
Of course.
When you put the content out, it'll make people want to go buy and support everything else.
Of course, yo. And that goes right back to you being you, because people also want to support you more if they see you're a genuine person, yo. So 100%, yo. What I'm gathering from this is, because you do consider yourself an independent artist, right?
Absolutely.
For sure, right? So people gotta understand, well, being independent, you don't have to be alone. And that's actually the slogan here at Rec Philly. So it's like, being independent doesn't mean, you're not working with nobody.
Right.
Independent means you own everything that your name is under.
Absolutely.
So that's 100%, yo. So all that money's going to you. And so this is the bigger question. What do you think are the biggest burdens you face right now as an artist, man?
Me personally?
Yes. Yeah.
The kind of music I make.
Okay, explain.
Again, it's like, we in a day now where, the drill rap is real popular. The it's the dummy down content in the music lyrically. What's being promoted in the music, whether it's, shoot 'em up, bang bang, or degrading the women all crazy, or whatever the case is. That's what's getting pushed for the most part. That's what's on the mainstream. So for me, the toughest burden is continuously being me, like you said. You know what I mean? Continuously putting what I stand behind out, knowing that it's good, knowing that people need it, knowing that this is the best way for me to do music, and this is the best thing to put out.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because I have to stand by my content. So when you moving around, meeting different people, different artists, even legends. You know what I mean? I coming across, people like Ness and Freeway and Petey Crack, all these people I've literally been in the same rooms with. You kind of like you have to still remain yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can't try to go against what you've been doing all this time, because you have a genuine support system and fan base behind you. It's a tribe out there for you. But you can kind of lose sight of that, because when you got this artist go up there, that artist go up there, that artist go up there, and they rap about one thing, and then you go up there like myself, and I'm speaking more life into you. Sometimes people could tune that out. So but as long as it hits 1 to 2 people in the room, I'm good, and that's why I'm still going. That's why I'm still doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's why I appreciate you acknowledging what I'm doing and bringing me here.
Of course,
you know what I mean? The people who buy my CDs, the merch, all that stuff is what keeps me going, because it lets me know that people they see what's up.
Of course, man.
They
respect. It was the real. It's the real, man.
Yeah,
real recognize
sure.
real for sure. And you staying true to that is gonna make the lifelong fans, and not the quick. See, because what you said right there, what's popular right now is there's not much depth to it, right? But just as quickly as it bubbles up, it fizzles away just as fast, yo. So you keep that genuine act going, yo.
That's real.
It's gonna keep going, yo.
That's
for sure.
Real.
So let's move on to this next one. Now this is going more back into the financial side more, but you touched on like studio time, uploading, distribution, blah blah blah. So how much do you say it costs to make a song overall, and when you're making those songs, do you know if you're gonna turn a profit from it, or is that something? Yeah.
See, and it's tricky because I was fortunate. I've only worked with 2 engineers. Like the 2 years I've been doing music, I've only worked with 2 engineers. And that's a friend of mine. Her name is Cash, and my homie Ace the Chemist. So when you talk about having to pay for studio time and things of that nature, they haven't always given me the regular price. I'll be honest. They haven't always given me the regular price. Sometimes they may look out. So I mean, say for 2 hours you pay for a session, you might pay say $65, $70 for a 2-hour session, and then you go lay the song, you record the song, you get it depending on that 2 hours, because you got to get that song mixed and mastered. So you might be looking at another session to get it mixed up and all of that. And I mean, if you really are dealing with somebody that's not like really like a friend, then you paying for each of those sessions.
100%.
The beat that you got, if it's a YouTube beat, you probably really shouldn't even be putting it on all major platforms, because it's not really your beat. But if you purchase the beat, that's another probably $65, $100, depending on the producer. And that's just at the independent level. You know what I mean? Man. And then you got to put it on all platforms. You're looking at a couple $100 just to make a song. You know what I mean? When it's all said and done, you're looking at a couple $100 to make a song, and it's really no guaranteed profit off of it. It's no guaranteed profit. You got to go really get the profit. The profit could be having a single and then having merch for that single. You know what I mean? Just having slow, designing merch around that song. And that could be how you make that couple $100 back, because today it's not gonna be done by streams or downloads and lists. It's not gonna be done like that. You got a better chance of making $2,000 in merch sales than you do before you get $2,000 in streams.
Yeah, exactly. Because people don't buy music anymore.
That's a fact.
Oh my gosh, it was sad. But okay. So I see where you're going, and it's 100% true. 100% true. It's a lot that goes into before you even make that song, yo.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can get it online.
Absolutely.
Now, All right, let's bring it to a more positive side. So
Yeah.
how did you? I think you also you touched on a lot, man. Yo, you answering my question before I even get to them, yo. But
Hey, man, I love dialogue. Good dialogue. You
yeah,
asking some great
100%, yo.
questions,
I'm loving
man.
the conversation,
Some
yo.
things
So
I definitely love to talk about.
yeah. So how did you gain the music following you have now, and what's the methods you use to continue that growth?
Uh, I honestly, it started with Team Ghostly, with the
Yeah.
brand, with me, the merch and delivering the motivational videos on Instagram every day, like literally every day.
Okay.
And the YouTube podcast and me mentoring young kids, being a part of a mentor program, doing all those type of things. I was doing a lot of things that was just like positive. Like it was make your presence felt. That's my motto. If I could have, I had a back to school drive.
Okay.
One day,
Nice.
1 year or rather. I've done like it was always something to just bring a good vibe, good energy, a good impact to people, have a good time or something, whatever the case was. So that's how I built my following.
Yeah.
It came from Team Ghostly, Make Your Presence Felt. That's what people
Course.
knew me as before they even knew me as Quise Freeman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how it came about, and the fact that the music went right along with what I was already doing. Those same fans didn't go nowhere. All we did was get more fans who didn't know I could
That's
rap.
perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, that's how you do it, yo. Now, do you say the in-person interactions got you a stronger fan base, or like the stuff you did online?
That's a good question. Because I'll say, one of my strategies was, I would do Uber.
Okay.
Do Uber and Lyft.
That's actually how you met me. I'm not gonna lie, yo.
Oh my gosh!
You were my Uber driver, and I was just
That's
like, yo.
what I'm saying.
You were playing your own music.
That's
I was
what
like, yo, who's this? And you were
So
like,
you
that's
see,
me.
I don't be lying.
Yeah, yo, no caps over here, man.
That's one of my strategies. Is to, I just play my music. I don't know if I told you. I don't tell people that it's me when I play it. I let them. Yo, who that?
Like, yo, who's this?
And then I'll tell them right there, it's me. So I got a lot of support, a lot of fans from that. And I will say, like, just through the social media thing, I got a lot of people who like are not that I've never met before to this day, bro.
Yeah.
That every day for the last 4 years, they comment or they DM, like they're literally friends of mine now. I've never met them a day in my life. It's been literally off of the content that I put out on social media, man, and it's mind blowing to me. Like it's like one of those things where it's like I can't wait to get in a position where I can go visit these people or just tell them, fly them out, and just like, cause it's real people, FaceTime, all that type of stuff. Send me packages, but I've never met them physically.
Wow.
So it's surreal, man. But it shows you the power of the internet, power of social media as well, and when you use it the right way.
Of course, yo, that's the key factor, using it the right way, man. For sure, for certain, yo. So we're getting into the last few months. So you already spoke on like Uber. So what other jobs do you do outside, like, selling merch, all this stuff for your brand? What else do you do to sustain, your music career? Other jobs you work?
So, which is funny. I delivered mail for years. I stopped delivering mail like after my mom passed, basically in 2020.
Sorry to hear that.
It was just like I needed the stress, the anxiety. It was too much COVID. It was crazy time, and I walked away from the post office at that, which was, as people would say, a good job. But with that, I started to really fully lock in the music and the merch, and I tell you, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle, especially as an independent artist. I still do work a part-time job for the city, which is pretty cool. They treat me, they support what I'm doing, man.
Okay,
and that's
good.
rare. You know what I mean? Especially a city job like that. Now I know it's like it's hard to get workers these days after COVID, but at the same time, I'm sure they've had their chances where they could have just like let me go, like, you know what I mean. But they know what I'm doing outside of work, and so they don't. They haven't. They allow me to still be there and come make my money, because I still gotta go do that. I still gotta do the Uber. I still gotta sell the merch until it's to a point where, one show could handle the whole month's expenses. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, but it's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. I'll be very transparent. I've dealt with 2 situations where like I've basically lost apartments.
Really?
Yeah, I've actually been going through that in the midst of that now, and it's one of them things where it's like, this is the cliche stuff that people be talking about when they tell you their story. You know what I mean? About them losing cars or apartments or sleeping on somebody's couch. And then, you know, you start, when you in it and it's happening, you start to realize how these things happen.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We try to do the best we can, but at the same time, man, I don't care who you are. Your sanity, your peace of mind, it matters, man. It matters.
It does.
You know, we got to do the best that we can to try to make ourselves happy in this life and not allow what we think we supposed to be doing control that.
100%.
You know, so and I know bills come with that. So, you know, it's easy for somebody to say, oh, well, you know, you're trying to rap, but maybe you should go get a job. Like, people have told me stuff like that before, but, you know. I'm just cut different. I can deal with it.
Of course,
you know?
But that makes a difference between those who say they really want it and those who go and get it.
Absolutely.
Yo, for
That's
sure,
a fact,
man. Yo,
bro.
shit's gonna get hard, but yo, just keep pushing through it, man. You gotta believe in God, for sure, man.
God is the greatest.
Hell yeah. I feel that 100%, man. So that's it for the main part, yo. Is there any closing thoughts that you would like to share?
Man, you kept harping on it about just being yourself, man, and what you doing. Be genuine with what you doing. Because at the end of the day, when you going and it's still playing, like, you know, it's 2022 now. Everything's being recorded, whether it's music, whether it's videos, content, pictures, and stuff. You know what I mean? What you put out here lives on, man, and you wanna leave a living legacy.
Yeah.
You wanna leave something that people could take and apply to their life, even if they never met you or don't know you. Like something that I told my manager the other day when we got turned down for an event. But somebody wanted me to do an event, but I told him I needed to be compensated for it. I told him, like, if I didn't go through this, if I didn't make sure that I need to let people know, look, I need to be compensated for this good content, this good positive music that I'm putting out, then I will never, I'll be letting the people down behind me that I want to know that, yo, you can still win, you can make money, you can do great shows, you can live a great life as an artist by doing positive, good music and being true to yourself. You don't gotta rap about the nonsense and all of that to make it. You know what I mean? And I want to make that something. Like, I want to be another example of that, man. So that's one thing, man. Just keep doing you, being you, and staying true to yourself, man.
Of course, man. I greatly appreciate it, yo.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot. Yo, is there anybody else you think we good on this podcast? Any shout outs?
Man, charge it to my mind, not my heart. As far as artists, musically, I don't know if you know Del P. Del P is a great. He's actually one of the local artists that I look up to coming through the game like this. He's somebody that I think you should definitely talk to and could give a lot of gems to artists out here. You could even let them know I sent you, or I could let them know. I think this would be great. It's a lot. It's some people, man. I don't, because I'm real specific. I'm real intent, like, because I know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So, you know, it got to be the right artist to come, you know, to be transparent, to talk about what's really going on out here in the music game, especially those who, you know, like I said, are fighting the great fight of trying to keep the content, keep the integrity in the music, right? You know,
it's a dying art too.
But man, I'll be love to share the word and as fast as I can try to get you some more artists up here.
100%, man. I greatly appreciate it, yo. So this closes it off, man. That was episode 2 of Sound of the Soul podcast interview series with Quise Freeman, man. Amazing, great work you're doing, yo.
Man, likewise, bro.
Yeah, support his last album, yo. This shit is fire. Yeah, I was bumping in the car ride. Yo. I was walking with it, yo. So
the one.
Yeah, the one, yo. Yo, the one is right here too. So all right. Close it off, yo.
I illustrated the
Thank
way
you,
I
bro.
do
Of
can't be
course.
duplicated in the dark room, but I'm the one that illuminated. Who else could say it? Give life to the game. Who else should save it? The role I got is fit for a king. So who else should play it? It ain't built for us to win. We try and find a way. No matter what, we gon' get it. That's what I'm trying to say.